Welcome all my fellow Washington brethren and sisters. I am your man and resident Washington football fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me here on the Washington Football Report. So, he's back. Heinicke. Look, a lot of you were way too excited about this as if there was ever a chance of him ending up somewhere else. You know, I got a bunch of messages. Heinicke just signed a 2-year extension. Like, hey, guys, slow down a bit, okay? We knew this was coming. We didn't know how long it was going to be or for how much, which was really irrelevant at the end of the day. It turns out to be a 2-year, $8.75 million deal, or at least it can get to that amount with bonuses and escalators. Look, who cares about any of that? We knew he was going to be back. Where else was he going to go? There may have been a little bit of interest around the league, but he wasn't looking to go anywhere else. He said it himself. This is the place that was the most comfortable. He knew the offense. The reason he had the success that he had and was able to come in with limited practice reps and limited time around this team and the offense is because he already knew the offense. He was familiar with Scott Turner. He knew the verbiage. He knew where everyone was supposed to be. You think he wants to start over somewhere else? He talked about, and he had a Zoom conference call after he signed his deal with the media, pretty much talking about his level of comfortability with this offense, and more specifically with Scott Turner. He said, look, Scott was the only guy that believed in me. He was the only guy. Of all the NFL teams, he was the only NFL coach that showed up at my pro day. He feels a bit of loyalty towards Scott Turner, and he feels like he owes it to Scott to prove him right when everybody else thought he couldn't do it. So, look, he wasn't going anywhere. Never did I think he was going anywhere. Never did I think Kyle Allen was going anywhere, and his deal isn't done yet. It'll get done. He'll be back. And when it's all said and done, I don't know if we're going to do anything else at the quarterback. I told you, it wouldn't shock me if we came back to camp with the entire gang getting back together again. Alex Smith, Kyle Allen, Taylor Heinicke, and Steven Montez, and we go to camp and we let these guys duke it out and may the best man win. If Alex comes back, I think he's going to ultimately be the starter, which frustrates me to no end. You know how I feel about that. I would love to see Taylor Heinicke get an opportunity. I don't know where it ends. I don't know if he comes in and picks right up where he left off in the postseason, or if that was a mirage and everything comes crashing down and reality slaps us in the face like it did with Dwayne this season. You know, we've been down this road before where we get a taste of something like with Robert Griffin III in 2012 or like with Dwayne at the end of 2019 where we get a taste of something and we're like, man, this is excellent. Now I want the full enchilada, and we get the whole thing and it's not what we thought we signed up for. So at the end of the day, I'm anxious just like you are to see if this guy can do it or not. I don't know if he'll get the opportunity, but one thing he is convinced of, and this is what he was told, because he talked to Ron and Marty Herney and Martin Mayhew and all those guys before he signed on the dotted line. Again, he wasn't going anywhere, but before he signed, he was told, you're going to get an opportunity. We're having a competition. Because what did he spit out to the media? This is going to be a competition. Nothing was guaranteed to him. Okay, and nor should it be. After what happened last year with Dwayne, Ron pretty much said, that's where I messed up. I guaranteed something to the young fella. I didn't make him earn it. This year, we're not guaranteeing anything to anyone unless they trade for an established veteran, as I told you, a guy that has consistently done it in this league, like a Derek Carr or someone like that. Then maybe you say, okay, it's his show. All right. Or Deshaun Watson, obviously, it's his show. But outside of that, if you bring in Sam Darnold, it shouldn't just be Sam's job. Now, if you trade for Sam Darnold and it's a first or it's a second, it's probably going to be shaded towards Sam Darnold. Let's be honest with each other. They've only got 2 years to figure out if Sam's the guy or not. Don't think they want to waste a year of that allowing Taylor Heinicke or Kyle Allen to start. But if they don't do anything of the sort, if they draft a young guy in the 2021 draft, then I think it's going to come down to Kyle Allen and Taylor Heinicke and maybe Alex Smith if he's still around. Bottom line is, he sounds like a guy that was told he's going to have an opportunity to compete, and that's all any of us can ask for at the end of the day. Taylor Heinicke back in Washington officially 2 years, $8.75 million deal. We knew this was going to be the place he would end up. It was only a matter of when, not if, but when and for how long. So now we know. Let's see what Taylor Heinicke has in store if he gets an opportunity or if he's just simply a backup. That's backup money, just so you know. At 2 years, $8.75 million is backup money. Now, doesn't mean he has to be in a backup role. It just means that's backup bread, just so you are aware. That being said, didn't want to keep you here long. Just wanted to state the obvious. Taylor Heinicke back in the saddle here in Washington. I think we're all excited about the news. Now let's move on to the next guy, Kyle Allen, get him out of the way, and then we can turn our sights to free agency officially. So with that said, I am a Washington fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Washington spirit will never die. Washington spirit will never fold until we meet again. Hail to our beloved Washington football team. Again, I'm off the grid for the next 4 days or so. We'll be back on Monday in some capacity, whether it's the podcast or some kind of news. But until then, I'm your man, Louie T, signing off. You guys, have a good one. And make sure, if you haven't already done so, you like this video. You subscribe to the Louie T Network for more great content. And, of course, you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, I'm out of here. You guys, have a good one.